Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Apprendre le français avec Madame, of Learn French with Madame. This video is actually very fitting because it's all talking about le santé or health. And I'm actually a little bit under the weather. Je suis malade, so I'm a little bit sick. So I apologize for my voice, but I wanted to make sure I could get this video out to you and just had a little bit of a chuckle because it was a bit appropriate. So aujourd'hui, notre vidéo, so today our video, c'est un sujet de BND 2, chapitre 8, vocabulaire, non, c'est Es-tu en forme? So today we're talking about the second book, the blue book of BND, chapitre 8, chapter 8, vocab 1, the first set of vocab, are you in good shape or are you in shape? Es-tu en forme? This part of the vocab is all talking about parts of the body, describing whether or not you feel well or you don't feel well, and all of those things that could be wrong with you, such as being sick, having the flu, and all those types of things. Donc, on va commencer maintenant. So let's go ahead and start. En premier, on a les parties du corps. So first thing we're going to talk about are parts of the body and just describing some general, pretty common parts of the body. On commence avec la main. So we're going to start with the hand. En premier, on a le poignet. Okay, répétez, le poignet. Excellent. Et le poignet is the wrist. Le poignet, wrist. Aussi, on a le doigt. C'est facile. You should have already learned this by now by getting to French 3, 4, or 5. We should know that le doigt is finger. Le doigt. Okay, répétez, le doigt. Excellent. Et ce sont les parties de la main. So these are all parts of the hand. La main, en général. The hand in general. OK, c'est très facile. So far, so good. On continue avec plusieurs parties du corps, so more parts of the body. En premier, on a le bras. OK, le bras. Répétez le bras. Excellent. So we have the arm. Et aussi l'épaule. L'épaule is shoulder. L'épaule. OK, répétez l'épaule. Excellent. Et c'est féminin aussi, and it's feminine too. So if it started with a vowel, I put in parentheses whether or not it was a feminine article or a masculine article. So when you see that F or that M in parentheses, that's how you know. Normally you'd be able to tell based off of the article, but when it's an apostrophe or a vowel, it's hard to tell. Okay, so far we did le bras and l'épaule. Up next, we have la tête en général. La tête en général. So la tête is the head. So I said la tête en général, the head in general. We'll get to specific parts of the head in just a little bit. But for right now, we're just going to talk about the head in general. Aussi, on a le cou. Le cou. Okay, so le cou is your neck. Le cou is neck. Okay, répétez la tête. Très bien. Le cou. Excellent. Très bien. On continue avec les parties du corps, les jambes. Les jambes. So we're going to talk about the parts of the legs. So that first word on the right, in the top right, we have la jambe. That's the word for a leg or the leg. So when you say les jambes, the legs, when you've got more than one. So la jambe, the leg. Aussi, on a le genou. Le genou is knee. Le genou. OK, répétez. La jambe. Et répétez le genou. Excellent. On continue avec la cheville. La cheville à la droite, so la cheville on the right. La cheville is your ankle. La cheville. OK, répétez la cheville. Parfait. On continue avec le pied, so the foot, le pied, et aussi le doigt du pied. So we have le pied, which was your foot, and le doigt de pied, which is your toe. So we said le doigt was your finger. Le doigt de pied is basically just saying a finger of the foot, but we in English just simplify it and call it a toe. So we have le pied, which is your foot, and le doigt de pied, which is your toe. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. C'est quoi le genou? C'est quoi le genou? Tell me, what is le genou? OK, oui, ni, très bien. Et c'est quoi la cheville? La cheville. C'est quoi la cheville? Très bien. Ankle. Comment dit-on wrist en français? Comment dit-on wrist en français? Excellent. Le poignet. Le poignet. Et comment dit-on shoulder en français? Comment dit-on shoulder? L'épaule, très bien. OK, on continue avec plusieurs parties du cours. So we're going to talk about more parts of the body. En premier, on a le cerveau. Le cerveau, so now we're getting a little bit inside of the body. So le cerveau is your brain. Le cerveau. OK, répétez. Le cerveau. Excellent. On continue avec le muscle. Le muscle. Le muscle, c'est facile. It's presque comme en anglais. It's almost like in English. Muscle. OK? On continue avec le poumon. Le poumon, c'est juste un. It's just one. Mais les poumons, il y a deux. But nous avons deux. We have two. Les poumons. What do you think les poumons are? Lungs. Excellent. Très bien. Lungs. OK? On continue avec le cœur. Le cœur. C'est quoi le cœur? Heart. Excellent. OK, répétez. Le poumon. Très bien. Le cœur. Excellent. On continue avec l'estomac. L'estomac, c'est stomach. L'estomac, stomach. L'estomac. OK, répétez. L'estomac. Excellent. Et le dernier mot, c'est l'os. 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 What do you think l'os is? Bone. Très bien. OK? Donc, répétez l'os. Excellent. OK? Un petit de révision, a little bit of review. I'm going to take those away. Comment dit-on brain en français? Cerveau. Très bien. Et comment dit-on stomach en français? L'estomac, excellent. Comment dit-on bone en français? L'os, excellent, parfait. OK? On continue les parties du visage. So, les parts of the face. So, visage, le visage is face. En premier, on a le front. Le front. C'est quoi le front? Excellent. Forehead. Très bien. C'est un peu facile. Think of like the front of your face. Maybe that'll help you remember. Aussi, on a l'œil. L'œil. C'est quoi l'œil? C'est juste un. It's just one. Mais nous avons deux yeux. Deux yeux. So we have two eyes. Excellent. So it's un œil, mais des yeux. So one eye is un œil, but two eyes or eyes are les yeux. OK? Donc, répétez le front. Excellent. Et l'œil. Parfait. On continue avec la lèvre. You should remember this from when we did our getting ready unit, our chapter 6 unit. We said le rouge à lèvres. So we had lipstick. So le rouge à lèvres. La lèvre is the word for lip. La lèvre. OK? Répétez la lèvre. Excellent. On continue avec le sourcil. Le sourcil, il y a deux. Nous avons deux. So, le sourcil is just eyebrow. Les sourcils are eyebrows. So, le sourcil, eyebrow. Et on finit avec la joue. La joue is your cheek. La joue, cheek. OK? Répétez le sourcil. Très bien. Et répétez la joue. Excellent. Okay, un petit de révision, un petit interro, so a little review and a little quiz. I'm going to go through and I'm going to list something in French and I want you to tell me what it is in English, okay? So, on a des yeux. What are des yeux? Eyes, très bien. Et c'est quoi la joue? C'est quoi la joue? What is la joue? Cheek, excellent. Et le sourcil, c'est quoi le sourcil? Eyebrow, parfait. OK? On continue avec un petit peu de phrases, a little bit of phrases. Je me suis fait du mal. Je me suis fait du mal. Before we talk about what it means in English, let's say that out loud so we know we can say it in French. Okay, répétez après moi. Je me suis fait du mal. Excellent. Okay, toute la phrase, the whole phrase. Répétez. Je me suis fait du mal. Excellent. It just means I've hurt myself. So if you get a cut, you could say, oh, madame, je me suis fait du mal. J'ai besoin un pansement. Pansement, here might be an extra credit vocab word. Pansement is band-aid. So you say, madame, je me suis fait du mal. J'ai besoin un pansement. Madame, I've hurt myself. I need a band-aid. Okay, excellent. On continue. So that's our kind of like our subject. So now we're going to talk about things that we could do to hurt ourselves. En premier, se fouler le poignet. Pop quiz. What was le poignet? What was le poignet? Wrist. Parfait. So se fouler just means to twist. Kind of think of like to sprain. So se fouler, to twist your wrist. You could also say se fouler la cheville, twist your ankle. Se fouler le doigt, twist your finger. Se fouler le bras, twist your arm. You can se fouler anything. So se fouler is to twist, and le poignet means wrist. So se fouler le poignet, to twist your wrist. Okay, so répétez. We're just going to repeat that verb, se fouler. I'm going to say it, and then I want you to say it. Se fouler. Excellent. Okay, on continue. Se casser le pied. You've actually seen casser before, and I'm sure you've heard me say it before. I say, oh, il est cassé. Oh, il est cassé. It's broken. So se casser is to break, and le pied is the foot. So se casser le pied. Tell me what that whole phrase means. Se casser le pied. Très bien, to break one's foot. Excellent. So far we've had to twist one's wrist and to break one's foot. So se fouler le poignet, to twist one's wrist. Se casser le pied, to break one's foot. Okay, répétez juste le verbe, just the verb, se casser. Parfait. On continue avec je suis malade. So if you were paying attention in the beginning of this video, Madame actually said this. I said, je suis un peu malade. I am a little bit sick. Excellent. So je suis malade. I am sick. Je suis malade. Okay? Répétez s'il vous plaît. Je suis malade. Excellent. Toute la phrase, the whole phrase, je suis malade. Parfait. Très bien. I'm sick. On continue. Éternuer. Éternuer. C'est achoo. Éternuer, to sneeze. Excellent. Éternuer, to sneeze. Try to act it out for you a little bit. Éternuer, to sneeze. Je n'aime pas éternuer. I don't like to sneeze. Okay? Répétez. Éternuer. Excellent. On continue avec avoir de la fièvre. You should be able to figure out what this whole phrase means, so I want you to tell me. C'est quoi avoir de la fièvre? What does this whole phrase mean? Très bien, to have a fever. Très bien. So we know that avoir means to have, and we can guess that fièvre kind of looks like fever. So avoir de la fièvre, to have a fever. Okay, on continue. Quand on a une fièvre, so when we have a fever, on prend la température. What is prendre la température? Tell me, what is prendre la température? To take the temperature. So to take your temperature or to take a temperature on somebody. Okay, so we have avoir de la fièvre and prendre la température, to take a temperature. Okay, on continue. Tu sais, tu sais, to cough. Excellent. Tu sais, to cough. Quand nous sommes malades, when we are sick, on tousse, or nous toussons beaucoup. So when we are sick, we cough a lot. Okay, répétez, tousser. Excellent, tousser, to cough. Avoir la grippe. Madame n'a pas la grippe. Madame does not have this. Avoir la grippe is when you have the flu. So avoir la grippe is to have the flu. If you know that you have the flu, you could say, oh, j'ai la grippe. I have the flu. J'ai la grippe. I have the flu. But if you just have a little cold like Madame, you could say, oh, je suis malade. I'm sick. You could also just say, je suis malade, and you don't have to tell people it's the flu. But most people, when they have the flu, will say, oh, I have the flu. So, avoir la grippe, to have the flu. Okay, répétez après moi. Repeat after me. Avoir la grippe. Excellent. On continue avec se blesser. Se blesser, when you hurt yourself. So you say, je me suis blessé, I've hurt myself. Or tu te blesses, you hurt yourself. Nous blessons, we've hurt ourselves. This is that reflexive verb. So we've already covered reflexive verbs, so you should be able to conjugate this both in the present and the past tense. So you say, je me suis blessé, I've hurt myself. Tu t'es blessé, you've hurt yourself. OK, répétez après moi, se blesser. Parfait. OK, on continue, se brûler. Regarde la photo, look at that picture, et devine, guess, c'est quoi se brûler? To burn oneself. So if you burnt yourself with something, brûler is the verb to burn, and se makes that reflexive. That action is happening to yourself. So if we just take off that se, brûler just means to burn something. And when we put that se in front of it, it means that you've burnt yourself, or you're burning yourself if you put it in the present tense. OK? Donc répétez, se brûler. Excellent. Une petite interro, a little quiz before we go any further. Comment dit-on to hurt oneself? Comment dit-on to hurt oneself? Très bien, se blesser. Comment dit-on to twist one's wrist? To twist one's wrist. Très bien, se fouler le poignet. Excellent. Et comment dit-on to break one's arm? I'm going to give you a different word, quiz you on two things. To break one's arm. To break one's arm. Se casser le bras. Très bien. Se casser le bras. Très bien. And then the one that we just went over, se brûler, to burn oneself. Okay? On continue, être fatigué. You've said, seen, and heard this many, many, many times before. So we're going to kind of go past it. Être fatigué, to be tired. You say, oh, je suis fatigué, I am tired. J'étais fatigué, I was tired, etc., etc., if you put it in the past tense. Okay? Le dentiste, c'est facile. C'est presque comme en anglais. It's almost like the word in English. Le dentiste is the dentist. Il travaille ou elle travaille sur les dents. So he or she works on teeth. Et on continue, le médecin. Le médecin, aussi le docteur, depending on what you want to call it or who you're talking to. You might hear either word, le médecin or le docteur. Le médecin is just an older word, and le docteur is more modern, but they both mean the same thing. Le médecin and le docteur both mean the doctor. So you say, je suis chez le médecin, I am at the doctor. Je suis chez le médecin, I am at the doctor. Okay? Et le dos. C'est facile. C'est quoi le dos? Take a guess. What do you think le dos is? Back. Excellent. We've learned le sac à dos before, so you should have remembered that back from the word backpack. Okay, c'est tous les mots de vocabulaire pour aujourd'hui. That's all of our vocab words for today. In our next video, dans notre prochaine vidéo, on va parler au sujet des phrases. So in our next video, we're going to talk all about phrases and how to say that you've hurt something, you're not feeling well, asking somebody if they feel well, or telling somebody that they don't look well. and saying what is hurting. Okay? So, à la prochaine vidéo. Until the next video, c'est tout et à plus.